Hi guys, welcome back. I know it's been a little bit, but I promise we have some fun stuff up our sleeves. Took a little break, recouped, and now we're ready to roll. So, with that being said, this first video is going to kind of break down the difference between a wedding planner and a wedding coordinator, because we get that question all the time, but also explain the difference of a wedding coordinator and a venue coordinator. So, let's dive in. Wedding planner is going to be planning things with you. It's exactly what it sounds like in the name. So you either have a full planner or like a partial planner. And a full planner is going to be doing everything with you the entire process. So from A to Z, very beginning of your planning process to after your wedding ends. They're gonna maybe help plan out your honeymoon and the logistics of that. You know, it's literally from the beginning till after the end. And that's full planning. And really it just depends on like what each planner's package includes, but that's kind of what you can expect. Then you have a partial planner, and that person is perfect if you kind of already have an idea of what you want and you have some vendors already and the planning process has already begun and you just kind of want a pro's hand in the mix. So you don't really need someone to completely do it all for you. You're already in the planning process and you kind of just want assistance throughout the way to help plan things. So I like to describe that as like the middle tier. And then you have a month of or day of coordinator. And that person comes in after you already determined everything. You know, it doesn't literally have to be after you already booked everything else, but you're doing everything kind of on your own as far as the planning process goes. And then you're handing your day over to your coordinator to coordinate the wedding day, manage the wedding day, and make sure it goes smoothly. So this person will most likely, at least how we do it, is I send out tons of questionnaires. I want to know all the details you've planned, all the vendors, how everything needs to be executed. We'll have client calls, open line of communication, and then I'll help you maybe build out your timeline and we'll do a venue walkthrough, but most of the work is already done. We'll also help with the rehearsal, the wedding rehearsal, which is usually the night before or sometimes the morning of or the day before. It can kind of vary. And then they'll also help with leading up to the wedding, making sure that all the vendors know the game plan and just checking in with them to see what time they plan on being there, what time they're leaving, and what they can expect from them, how they can make sure that the day goes smoothly for them. And then on the day of, we do everything from setup to clean up at the end of the night of all your decor and your personal items. It can vary from coordinator to coordinator, planner to planner. Sometimes people do a certain hour time slot and you have to kind of fit your wedding into that. We don't really set a time frame. We just bill our package knowing that we want to be able to be there from start to finish, because your wedding doesn't just start at the ceremony and end at the end of the reception. So we want to be there to make sure the entire day goes smoothly, not just a portion of it. And then you also have a venue coordinator. Now, a lot of couples say, oh, I don't need a wedding coordinator, my venue has one. And, just double check on that, because a venue coordinator is different from a wedding coordinator. The venue coordinator is coordinating everything with the venue. They're making sure everything on the venue's end is going to go smoothly on your wedding day. A wedding coordinator is going to work with you leading up to the event and on the day of to make sure your wedding goes smoothly. So those actually are two different things. Now, your venue might have a wedding coordinator who's also their venue coordinator, and it might be the same person, but those also could be separate services. So the venue might give them a portion of payment to be their venue coordinator, but you then have to pay them to use their wedding coordinating services. So those are typically two different things. And then as far as packages with all these things go, you have the full planning like I mentioned, the partial planning, and the wedding month of wedding coordination or day of coordination. And that's kind of what's most popular right now where we're at. What to look for in finding a good coordinator: make sure their personality is going to mesh with yours. Make sure that they're very detail oriented, very organized. They communicate with you openly and efficiently. You know, you want to make sure when you send out your first inquiry email, you're not waiting 2 weeks to hear back from them, unless of course you got a kickback email that says, hey, we're out of the office for 2 weeks, expect a response after. But other than that, you want to make sure they're responding quickly, and I mean within reason. Don't expect them to respond within an hour, but good wedding coordinators are usually checking their email pretty frequently. They have a lot going on, but they're always on top of things with their clients. Detail-oriented, easygoing. You know, there's so many different personalities. How we do it is I'm very organized, very detail-oriented leading up to the wedding, and then we like to go with the flow on the day of. Now, that doesn't mean just let things fall, but we also don't want to bring any stress on our end to your day because you hired us to eliminate that stress. So we're really good with coming in on the day of. If something went wrong that we didn't anticipate, which something always happens, we're very good with adjusting and going with the flow. Also, going with the flow, I mean, like if it's cake cutting time and you guys just want like 10 more minutes, we're not going to be like, no, cake cutting has to be now. We'll adjust the timeline to adjust to how you guys feel on the night of. So that's all things wedding planning and wedding coordinating, the differences. If you guys have any questions, send us an email. Our website is thatbliss.com. If you're looking for a wedding planner, we do travel. We've traveled to tons of different spots. We don't just do California. And then check out our blog. There is a coinciding blog with this video on our website, thatbliss.com. And it will have all these details laid out so that you can kind of see things if you're more of a visual reading type of person. Also check out our Instagram for new updates and sign up to our email subscription. And we will see you next week. Bye.